time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D Christmas edition.
Right here on the Woodward Sports. All right, my name is Neal Ruhl. That guy's D-Mac, Darren McCarty. Big Mike Gentry's in the house. Spencer Raxter's in the house. And just from that open, I can tell already.
It's that day.
I can tell the vibe already.
It's going to be a good show.
Yeah,
I'm on one, and I gotta say, I'm not even fully medicated. It should be interesting.
It should be interesting. All right, let's do this, number one. All right, we're going to jump in. I want to get this out of the way because we got to talk about it. And D-Mac and BMG, I'm going to bring you guys in for this one and help me out. I was in Dayton last night. Golden Grizzlies took one on the chin against Dayton. Very good Dayton team that made 18 three-pointers. But, you know, that's
18 out of what?
Out of 34.
Wait, before you start talking about this, didn't you just have another game that was played?
Purdue-Fort Wayne was 17 for 25.
So is that – so what did Oakland shoot?
Last night I think we were right around 30%.
Which is –
you know, it's not
on
average,
the road?
not good enough to win in that gym. But yeah, that happens.
So some people are – it's just not in Michigan. They're just not lighting the basketball up in Michigan.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
But anyway, so I was out of the loop yesterday as far as the Red Wings were concerned. So, D-Mac, because look, we're hype. The Lions are going to win the division this weekend for the first time since Boys to Men sing in Motown, Philly. Doing a little East Coast swing. No, but I want to get into that. And I want to get into the football game itself. I want to do all these things. We got the picks coming up. Ryan Poulter is a game time decision to join it. We got a top five list today. Top five. Spencer Raxter inspired top 5 spoons.
Oh, yeah.
D-Mac's got a very good spin on it. You don't want to miss that. Why do we do a top 5 list? Because it's half as boring as the morning show's top 10 list.
It's fair.
So that's the way we do it. We can push the easy button too. So we got all this stuff to get to today. But I do want to get into this Red Wings thing. D-Mac, I'm officially sounding the alarm.
Okay, so
help me, though. Help me.
Go ahead. Sounding the alarm on what, Neal? Be more specific.
Specifically. The playoff train.
Okay.
I'm sounding the alarm big on it.
Okay. Now, obviously, we're talking about the Red Wings 4-game plummet.
Yes.
And it's a plummet because you cannot give up as many goals as there. There was a stat in the third period yesterday that when the Wings score 4 goals, they're 12-0-1. When they don't score 3 goals, they're 13-2 or something like this. What do you want me to say other than this is exactly what I expected? Right? And this is exactly what I said they cannot do. For an extended period. So, to your, I don't know if it's fear, to your concern.
Fear. It's flat out fear.
To your fear, it's legit. It's legit because you cannot do this, right? You can go ebb and flow back and forth. That's why it's imperative tomorrow night, right, to right this ship. Right, and get a win. I don't care how, it's to get 2 points. If you blow a lead and got to take it to overtime and win it then, it's baby steps that way. They are reeling right now, and they have to find a way. Because the guys that
sneeze.
Yeah, that was a man sneeze, Spenny.
Thank you.
Can you get that, Mike? But, yeah, you should be concerned. This is, but it's not all hope lost. This isn't like last year in January where we got excited and then we got our faces blown in and then we're out of it. You could still get there. But if it continues, right, you got no shot. You can't, this ain't the 80s. I don't care how many goals. And I've said this a million times. This team can score goals. This team can put the puck in there, but they can't keep it out of their own.
Right. And
they can't keep it out of their own. You know what the most disappointing thing is? You know how the other team is going to give it to you, right? Which I'm just going to, and this has been the trend for the past this losing streak, right? It's all the top lines that are playing against them and the top players that are getting it done, and our guys aren't getting it done as much. You look at that Ehlers line yesterday, who are as hot as any line in the league, and then you can't shut them down. They account for 3 or 4 goals. So So Neal, what I'm getting at is that's the more disparaging thing is what's coming at you. It's like knowing the offense or the defense that you're up against and you can't stop them.
Yep.
That's what's happening. Nobody's done it. Who's so certain he can't step up? Is it time to bring somebody up?
And that's Chuck Brewer's question. Jump into the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, by the way, and get your thoughts out there. And there are a couple of angles. You guys are right on point with this right now. Chuck Brewer, how long till one of the baby goalies are ready to come up? Are we like, okay, am I over panicking that I'm looking for a move like that? BMG, you're kind of staring off into space.
You know what? No, Neal, no.
Okay,
not right now because
so that's not crazy on my part.
You're not crazy to the fact it could be. Hey, can I get a soda, Dad? No, right? Steve might say no. It's not time on his plan. But the questions that the fans and all of us are asking, I'm asking the same things. Something's got to change.
Correct.
Right? Something's got to change. You look at the different things. If we're going to talk about things, the fact that Kane and Veleno and whatever -7 or stuff like that, yes, that's a concern, but that's 3 or 4 down the line. You sort of knew that coming in. It was the ebb and flow, the give and take of what Patrick Kane. They're just not solid. Really, you look at Perron out of the lineup. I mean, there's different guys. I said it last year when Rasmussen was out, but they haven't found a way to step up. So right now, they're going through what the Buffaloes and the Ottawas went through a little earlier in the season. So, like I said, the only saving grace is that you've banked this above 500 record. You're still in the hunt.
You've spent that currency, though.
But
yeah.
Okay, but you had to spend.
It now. Yeah, you did, but it's gone.
You had to spend. Yeah, no, I know, Neal, but that's the whole reason why you save it. So in case, you blew a tire and you blew a whole bunch of tires, you got to get the car fixed. So something's got to change, and it's got to start in the locker room. A lot of it too, with Dylan Larkin. And it's sort of like when the adversity sort of happened, everybody's looking around instead of taking the reins, going, I got this, let's go. Part of learning.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Detroit Dabber 313. The spark is gone. Dump and chase all day with injuries now. There's no hope of a goalie bailing you out. So BMG, I go to you. My goalie situation that Chuck Brewer asked about, is it time or not?
There's really not a goalie in Grand Rapids that you're going to pull up that's going to be any better than these guys right now. So if you're going to go out, you're going to have to trade for a goalie, and obviously you already have injuries there. If you're going to call anyone up, it's going to be Simon Edvinsson,
right.
And I've been saying for weeks.
You have been on that train.
There's no reason at this point, and now you've dropped you're 1-7 in your last 8. There's no reason not to make a change. And you see they're constantly making changes with the forward lineup. Obviously, missing Dylan Larkin and JT for those games, you're going to lose some of those games or you're going to come out flat. But as soon as they get back, they start juggling the forward lineups again. Like you've seen, JT was centering Veleno and Rasmussen last night, which is totally weird. You would think you would want to see JT centering Kane and DeBrincat. So I think they're thinking a little too much as far as the forward lines go. But they do need to give Simon Edvinsson a shot. There's no way, with the way some of these defensemen are playing, that he shouldn't be getting a shot, especially how well he's been playing.
And I'm not saying it's a must win in December.
No,
but Philly's coming into town. It's a must win. Let's cut the shit. It's a must win.
Especially after losing, tough game on the road, 1-0 in Philly the other day. And one of the things in the chat, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the ski mask boy brought it up. Larkin looked, still a little foggy. He said concussed, but I wouldn't say that. But he just looked like he trying to get back at it. So I wouldn't say look concussed, but he looked rusty, a little bit rusty. So he'll be better on Friday night. But here's the thing, Mike. That's the fine line, right? The Launch trying to pull out all the bingo balls, on the offense because he can make those combinations and stuff like that. Questionable, right? I like the way Copper played in the middle, but how are you going to argue when he wants Larkin, DeBrincat, and Kane? You can't really argue with that. To me, it's more, as it was brought up, is it really all on the goalies or is it defense too? It's a combination. It's a team game. You look at the gap on the way back. One of the things we talk about mostly in here. Look at the odd numbered rushes. Look at look at the bang plays, the passes through the crease, stuff like this. Like it's and the opportunities. And then when you give up those opportunities, you can never let a goal in like they did the first goal, which is a muffin. A muffin is just like a floater from the point that gets through traffic. You are going to give those up. You know, it's just the way that the game goes. But that's the frustrating. This is a team issue that they got to find a way. And you know what? Maybe, Neal, what we're seeing right now is the maturity isn't there yet. So, yes, I don't think it's DEFCON is 1 or 5 the worst.
DEFCON 5, right?
I think so.
I think it's the other way around.
Is it?
Okay,
All right. Spenny's checking the
We're not
DEFCON
there.
meter
We're either
right
at 2 or 4 right now.
Okay.
We're not at 1 or 5.
Depending on what
but
it is.
But we've gone from green to yellow.
DEFCON 1 is the highest.
Okay, so we're at 2.
Okay.
We went from 3 to 2.
Gotcha. It is, though, but just to give you a taste, though, guys, why I don't think I'm being out of line here with my borderline panic is because when you look at the standings, and look, with the segment we're talking about it, I'm addressing it, and when you look at the standings and when you look at the playoff standings in particular, D-Mac, where just a week ago everything was cool and everything was working fine, now the Wings are out of a spot and you're behind New Jersey, who's out of a spot, and the old Tampa Bay Lightning are not in the playoffs as it sits right now. You feel me on that? And that's the same thing that I talked about since minute 1. In this conference, you can't have this shit, man.
No.
You can't have it. You're dead.
Yep.
Did you hear what I said? The Devils are out right now, and the Lightning are out right now, and you're chasing them.
So technically, in your mindset, because you haven't been there, is that you're sitting, 3 spots out of the playoffs.
And you're chasing them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you're sitting here waiting for the Blue Jackets to fall apart. Vasilevsky's back, and he's getting in his groove now. They seem to win every game he plays now. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, D-Mac. I just want to know it was warranted. You said my concern was warranted. I'll let it lie with that. But you better beat Philadelphia, man. Have to.
Well, this team's proved this year that they can rip off 2 or 3 wins in a row. That's
the one thing I kind of hang my hat on. They are good enough offensively to where they can hit you with 3 wins in a row. DeBrincat can put you on his back for a minute and get you through. I hate that it's like this already, but here we are. This is the way the ball's laying in the rough right now. We got to hit it out.
That's it. Play it as it lies.
So, that's all that it is. So, just wanted to touch on it just for a minute. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. I missed who said this one. Said I may have to go down to LCA, get a chance to go down to LCA and check out my first game. What's the most bang for the buck as far as ticket-wise goes? I will say this. The get-in price for the Philadelphia Flyers game is $102.
I'll tell you this. I can't get tickets.
Yeah. I'll be down
there signing autographs before the game, but yeah, so if
it's wild. D-Mac,
that's good. Which yes, 2 different conversations, right? Because is this team better? Is this team to watch with the talent and stuff like this? Yes. Are they entertaining and stuff like this? But the other question, can they keep it together enough to make this a playoff run? But what I love is that the fan base, which we always said, right? Detroit sports fan, they're fickle, but they're knowledgeable. And when you give them something that they can watch and learn and grow with guys, which we can do now, so everybody's going to be down there. Obviously, it's the holidays and stuff, but that's a good sign. Yes. So they got it. So here's the thing, as players too, right? We were in a different situation. We were always sold out, so you were always looking forward to that home ice crowd. These guys got to use this home ice crowd to its advantage, and lack of a better term, this is a playoff game.
Yeah. Dirty Burrito says, Neal, that was me. Even nosebleed seats are good. It's hockey. There's not a bad hockey seat in the building as far as hockey games go. But it's wild, man. I've noticed that. Talking about the Red Wings and $100 get-in price for the game against Philadelphia. We played at Dayton yesterday. Arena jam-packed. 15,000 people there. I don't know, but people are rolling out for sporting events, Benny. Rolling out.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is actually
world is
pretty
healing.
cool. Yeah, yes, it is. You can. Hey, your haircut can be healing too.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, and you know where you want to go? Absolutely come for an award-winning haircut experience over at Lady Jane's. You can also register to win a trip of your dreams, all expenses paid. Sweet to the 2024 NCAA basketball tournament. That's right, no expense spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's haircuts for men open 7 days a week, walking anytime. It's wicked awesome.
What about
Hey,
Fairway?
Fairway Packing Company. You guys know what it is. Anytime you've had a good steak around town at a hotel, casino, restaurant, chances are it's come from Fairway Packing Company. The best steaks in the game. Don't forget, too, they have a grab-and-go steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods. Best rib I ever had in my life. Got it from there, took it home, seasoned it, threw it on the grill. Boom. It was absolutely incredible. Go to fairwaypacking.com. If you say you're true to the grill game, if you take grilling seriously, then Fairway Packing's your only play, everybody. I don't know what else to tell you. Go to fairwaypacking.com now. Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Dreaming of a new home, but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White & Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 if your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White & Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White today at 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
Off and running here on a Thursday. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, and D-Mac back in the house. Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. You guys know how we are doing it. D-Mac, thanks for the bottle, by the way. The J.P. Wiser's
Shout out.
10-year. Thank you, D-Mac.
Yes, you and Spenny and Big J Adams were recipients. That's the signing that Drapes and I did at Top Shop Liquor down in Allen Park a few weeks ago. So you'll have to let me know. From what I hear, they said that they did a nice job.
Well, I'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly. First thing Neal says to me is, I hope you know that this will be empty. And I said, yeah, that's why I signed the bottle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would expect nothing less.
Appreciate that. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, jump in to there. Do want to get into the Lions and setting all this stuff up. And look, I know that we're excited. I feel as though, D-Mac, we're shortchanging this Lions game this weekend. I think the fans around town here, I don't think we fully comprehend what could happen.
What's at stake?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely what's at stake. And it's not, they're going to win the division. That's a foregone conclusion. However, they could do it this weekend with a win. And D-Mac, look, they haven't won the division. They haven't won a division title in 30 years.
They've never won the North.
They have never won the NFC North. You know, when it started in the 90s. Like, D-Mac, do we grasp what's going on here?
No, but it goes back to being 9-4 for the first time 10 years before I was born. And I'm 51, right? Which is the reality. So I don't... We're learning as Lions fans how to act like a winner, right? And it's ebbs and flows throughout the year. I mean, we talk about it all the time. You look at every game inside a vacuum. you're up and down emotionally. That's just the way it is. But they're finding a way to finish it out. You said this. You made this statement when they were two or three games up that this, you know,
it was over.
It's over. It's our division. Now this is a great way, right? And it's not like you're going on the road to the other conference or the other division or whatever. You're doing it inside. You can lay your nuts, so to speak, on the table in Minnesota's barn, which, again, you're going to have to play them next year and the year after and the year after, but it's to set this precedence with this new regime. I don't think we maybe understand fully, and as I'm talking, is what Sheila, Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, because that is really why the culture has changed. You're going to win this division, which you haven't won since it's been implemented. That's crazy, Neal. Anybody realize that?
No, I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody realizes what could happen. Spenny, are you aware of what's going on? You know what are you feeling it, though?
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I'm feeling it. I think it's going to be... it is going to be a historic season for the Lions. Like you said, they're already at 10 wins, which I haven't seen in a long, long time. They're going to win the NFC North, which they never had.
The first time in your life,
yeah.
Spencer. The first time in your life.
They're going to host a playoff game for the first time in my life.
I didn't have a driver. I was a kid the last time they hosted a playoff game. A little kid. Mm-hmm. I was there with my dad, thinking, man, going back home and rewatching the tape of the game that I recorded on the VCR and hearing Pat Summerall, who's dead now, say, you're going to see a lot from these two teams over the next decade.
Yeah.
And he was half right. I don't want to say like I'm getting giddy about this, but I don't think that it's resonating properly with people. And on the woodwardsports.com chat thread, and this remark, I think kind of encapsulates it. Chuck Brewer, Neal, but Tampa Bay has won the NFC North. They did. Tampa Bay has won the NFC North more than the Lions have. And they're not even in the division anymore. And I want to pull this up, and I'm sad that I let this one slide. It was basically talking to the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, here it is, Rusty Shackelford. Vikings defense blitzes very well. This game isn't going to be easy. And Rusty, that seems to be our default. And we've done this really all season long, where we had that time where we got out in front of our skis for a minute, then the world was falling apart, then we didn't know what to do, so we defaulted to the Jared Goff argument, and then the subset of the Jared Goff argument is the Aiden Hutchinson discussion. Then you spin back to the offensive line, and then Laporta should be Rookie of the Year. And through all of this, guys, we haven't talked about the fact that this football team is about to win the division for the first time in 30 years, man. And D-Mac, I've been thinking about this a lot over the last 2 days, as a matter of fact, because I was in the Silverdome with my dad when they won that playoff game, that last home playoff game that they had. And I'm thinking about 30 years.
Bro. That's crazy.
30 years, D-Mac.
That's crazy.
30 years.
I started in 93.
You were in juniors at the time.
I started with the Wings 93,
Yeah.
drafted in 92.
You weren't even drafted yet.
I know. I was lighting up the O. Player of the Year.
Absolutely.
Kurt Walpe had 50 his last year junior. D-Mac had 55.
Right.
But anyways, we digress.
Like, I don't think are we grasping that, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think we are. Looking at the chat thread right now. And, like, Rusty, like, you talk about, like, this game won't be easy. Remember when we were told that, the Vikings or the Packers are going to run the Lions down in the division? The Vikings are 1-3 in their last four.
Well, here's the thing.
Rusty, they're winning this football game this weekend.
When you say that, that's PTSD of the past.
We gotta let it go.
Of how we would falter, right? Where prosperity, or you start 6-2 and then you shit the bed on the way out, right? We've sort of been here before, and people are waiting for the other shoe to fall. But what does this team do? This team doesn't listen. They go out and they win the games, that they're supposed to win. I mean, to me, Neal, you know what the light bulb moment was? When everybody was losing their mind that they were 9-4. And they hadn't been there in 60 years. Right? Come on, man. Like, you got to give these guys this opportunity. What I love about going into Minnesota, not only you're playing in your division, which you can take the title on somebody in your division's floor, show them what's coming next, right? That's the best part, but you can get it done with a couple games left in the season. We don't know what the injuries are. We just saw that C.J. Gardner-Johnson got activated. We got other guys. I'm sure I would rather see Frank Ragnow have the opportunity to get some more rest into that playoff game. It gives you options that you don't have to grind. You clinch this division, and we can focus on what this Dallas game means, right? Where you can sort of go about it a little bit differently. That's why the imperativeness to get it done now. We mentioned earlier with the Wings about banking those points early. This is, if this team is this legit team, right? They play well on the road. They're in a dome. Minnesota without Kirk Cousins has sort of come back, to life. So I'm all here for it, and we all should be excited. And I think that the way that we came out and beat Denver at home after everybody was a little worried being 9-4, oh, what's going to happen? This team is different, Neal. Can you not? Different than what we've seen in the last 30 years.
Steve Lehman says, Neal, the last 2 division games didn't look too good. Steve, they just put 42 up on the Broncos, man. Scored 5 touchdowns in a row. Guys, come on, man. Like, get in with this.
So
the Vikings stink. They stink.
So what the Lions did is what we were talking about the Red Wings need to do.
Yes.
On a different scale. Just find a way to, and that's what the Lions have done this year, right? Is that when they've needed a win, whether at the road or at home, right? They've lost, if you look at it, there's never a great loss in the league, but when they've lost, it's been sort of the right time for them, right? Like good teams, we talk about this all the time. You look at the best teams in the league have all had 3-game losing streaks. We haven't. Does that count for anything? Does it count for anything?
Well, that depends on your narrative, D-Mac.
Okay. I'll PF,
it's like Pro Football Focus. You got to PFF it.
No, I just think that, and then so with what they did with Denver, they learned from what they didn't do in the division. And yeah, I'd rather play Minnesota than Green Bay right now.
I don't care.
I don't care. I really don't care
about either.
But
of those
I'm
teams.
confident because of the way we play on the road, because of what's at stake, because of the focus I know this team's gonna have. Right? Like they know what's the stakes at hand. They can't. What do you think they're talking about? We could do something that hasn't been done in 30 years. Right? Changing the narrative. They know exactly what's at stake, and I don't think that makes them nervous. Right? I don't think that I think they're going to engage, and especially because they're on the road. Because why? To me, they're one of the better road teams in the NFL.
Yes, they are. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there as well. And it's funny because everybody's kind of dropping in there what was going on that year. Michael Jordan won his first NBA championship.
Wow.
George Bush Sr. was president. Necessary Roughness, the movie, had just come out, man. Like some of this stuff is wild. Yes, where she was the kicker.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is wild that you guys are coming up with right now. But it just goes to show you. I don't think we grasp what I'm telling you guys this. I'm not saying I'm going to cry, but I'll feel it. Spenny.
Well, when they win the division?
When they win this weekend, I'm going to feel it.
Yeah. It's going to mean a lot, for sure.
NFC North champions.
For the first time ever.
11 months ago. Trey Flowers, Jamie Collins, Jelani Tavai, $19 million on your cap, and they didn't even play. Mm-hmm. That is incredible. Incredible. Jelani Tavai to the division title in 11 months. We lost sight of that, didn't we, Spenny?
Yeah.
Here's a good point. I like this. Question for you guys. Where did it go? Just had, if they do win, will you get Lions NFC division championship gear?
This one I will.
I will get this one too. This is special. We
this
don't
one
celebrate. Listen, I won't get it for the Red Wings or whatever like this to whatever, but for the Lions, because it hasn't happened before I started my NHL career, and I've been retired since 09. I started in 93. Shit, sure, yes. I'm wearing the NFC Division Championship jersey. I just wonder if people will get in. Is this one more special?
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely. Steve-O baby. So, Neal, if the Lions don't win, how angry are you going to be?
I might just put North Division villains.
Steve-O baby. So, Neal, if the Lions don't win, how angry are you going to be? I won't be angry because the division's over. It's a wrap.
Guys, let's go Red Wings. Sparty brought up a great fact. Maz was 55 back then.
Yeah.
Think about it, too.
Think about it.
Somebody also said, Neal, you only had one furnace the last time.
That is true.
We done came
I don't
up.
even think you had a furnace. I think you were at the kerosene.
We had a broiler.
The broiler.
The broiler plates down on there. Hey, they got a furnace at Hamlin Pub, though, so you'll be all right all winter long. It's the pub where everybody is a regular. Half off pizza on a Thursday. What's today?
Thursday,
half off pizza. Game day specials during all Michigan sports and NFL games. What's tonight? NFL games, game day specials, half off pizza. Don't lose money. Go to Hamlin Pub tonight. Go to hamlinpubs.com. Find out which one of the 7 Metro Detroit locations works best for you and experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. And speaking of new, everybody, you guys know what it is. Drafting is a complicated business in professional sports. Eric Ebron over Aaron Donald, Darko over D. Wade, Stanley Johnson over Devin Booker. Let me help you out here. Jack Labrador should be your number 1 overall stocking stuffer pick this Christmas season. 1 deck, 3 games, fun for the whole family for less than $20. What are we talking about here, guys? You're never going to see warmth again until June. You're going to be begging for card games, not just during the holidays when the family's over. All winter long, less than $20. Jack Labrador, that is right. You'll love your Jack Labrador pick more than you'll love Sam Laporta or Jahmyr Gibbs. Draft like Brad Holmes. Draft at jacklabrador.com right now. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to jacklabrador.com right now.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Neal Ruhl here for Feldman Automotive. 18 Feldman Automotive dealership locations around the Metro Detroit area. There's one in your backyard. They've spent years, as a matter of fact, since 1996. The whole time the Lions hadn't won the NFC North. Feldman's been crafting their car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. They do it better than anybody else around. That is a fact. Anchored by Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer in Novi. We're live every other Monday from Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They're the best in the game, everybody. Feldman Automotive. You guys know what it is. The best dealerships in the game. Keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty. Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter. And just, I feel like we're on the cusp of something, and I don't even think we realize what's going to happen. Through all the ups and the downs of the season, and somebody asked me the question a few minutes ago, I think it was Steve that said, you're going to be mad if they lose? No, I'm not going to be mad if they lose. Because, guys, this is how it works in the NFL. We are to that portion of the season now. To quote Metallica, nothing else matters. Here's the worst case scenario. Here's the worst case scenario. They win the division and they're the 3 seed. Guys, that's the floor. That's the floor. Because the Minnesota Vikings, who have lost 3 of their last 4, who has you don't even know who's going to be quarterback week to week. What is it, Nick Mullins now that they're on? He'll throw you the football.
You're going to let Nick Mullins
beat you 2 out of 3 games?
And something that you've worked on?
No, not a
Nick
chance.
Mullins isn't that guy.
Not a chance, dude. So, again, guys, it's okay. It's okay to get excited about it now. And even if it doesn't happen this weekend, the odds say it will happen next weekend. So, there's nothing to be concerned about here. They are winning the division. And I do think they're going to win it this weekend. And I do think it's time to gear up. And everybody's aware of it now. They are. It's just, I wonder about that.
And you know what?
Man.
Does anybody else take the temperature that, as opposed to last week or 2 weeks ago, we're starting to, more so the norm, get comfortable in this sort of position? Because I don't see the vitriol back and forth about being scared in this position. It's almost like we're sort of being comfortable, starting to get comfortable being there, and agree. Right before, we'd always say, no, man, you can't say that. You're going to jinx it. It's you know what I mean? Don't mess with the football gods. But no, the football gods are telling you this is the way that it is. It's set everything up for you, and it's beautiful. And Neal, how about that? The worst case scenario is the 3 seed home game, but you have opportunities still. The 1 seed ain't out of the question.
Right.
You have that opportunity, but you have to take care of this week first. Get that banner, get that NFC North banner up in Allen Park, right? Task at hand, and then you can work a focus on, beating Dallas and legitimately at least having the 2 seed.
Spenny, would you buy an NFC North Division Champions T-shirt?
Yes.
I would too. Can we chat poll that?
Yeah.
Would you, Mikey?
Oh yeah. Got to.
I like the energy for this because I thought.
That's why I brought it up when it came across.
Actually, can we strike that one, Spenny? Can we do?
Strike from the record.
Should the Lions hang a banner for NFC North Division
Of course.
champions?
Yeah.
That's a bigger no-brainer than wearing the shirt.
Okay, do the T-shirt.
Dude,
then, Spenny. Sorry.
our wings, they pull up Central divisions every year.
Hey, NFL, please do me a favor. Don't make the hat ugly. Is that too much to ask? Don't make the North Division champions hat ugly.
And
Sometimes.
make them big so I can get one.
Yeah, and can we make Spenny a size 8.5?
We're going Tukes anyways, bud. You know that. We're getting a big wool hat.
Yeah, I'm curious if the people will buy one or not. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. David Witt. Jeff, you can find Neal's rap album in a liquor store in Grand Rapids. It came with his hat. What are you talking? This is team issue, bro. This is Nike custom-made team issue.
That hat.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Steal that hat from you.
You got a lot of people in the chat that are digging your outfit today.
Yeah.
Said it's very, very Christmassy.
Well, hey, man, it's that time, everybody.
Well, who'd thunk?
It is that time. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jonesy5182. Shit, I'm raising my own banner in my garage for the division.
Attaboy, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Why wouldn't you? I mean, I love it. But Neal, because the narrative's different, right?
It is.
Like how many? You're talking 30 years. How many people in the chat thread were not even born? These 2 clowns weren't born.
Half the people in this studio were not born the last time that they won a division. I was a kid with my dad at the game.
That's reality.
You were in junior hockey.
I was. Lighten it up.
Hey, how many goals you score that year?
55, multi-50,
oh, yeah.
great year. Player of the year. No, second round, no worries.
Let him cook.
Let him cook, baby.
Again,
Hey,
D-Mac,
you know what? I just thought of hey, Sam Flannel would have to give me props on my junior career because the stats
were there. The stats were there. Which,
what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. I know it doesn't make him happy.
BMG's on one right now. Your mom's favorite skater had a comment that I'm going to bring up next because I'm going completely off the sheet with this.
Love it.
Because they're winning this division this weekend. And I'm going to take it a step further when we come back. Your mom's favorite skater, thank you for reminding me, by the way, because I don't write things down. I just kind of go with the vibe, and I kind of go with the feel. Before we cut to the break, though, D-Mac,
Yep.
I tell you this all the time, and every time the subject comes up. Multiple 50-goal seasons in the OHL. Hey, kid, you're never going to be a goal scorer in this league, so be prepared to do what you have to do. Okay.
It was never.
It's wild to me.
It was never. That was never. It was always. We're going to develop it, and you're going to have it in the back of your right to do that and work on it. But this is the role. You want to play in this league? Hey, if you want to go play in the AHL, go to Europe or something like that. Hey, you can go be a scorer all you want if you want. But if you want to play in this league for the team you grew up cheering for, it was cheating. I grew up in Leamington. I watched the Dead Wings. I knew the role that I wanted to play since I was 8 years old for this team. Bob Prover and Joe Kosher needed that little dog, Kibbles and Bits dog, to get the big guy. Like, they take care of the big ones. They needed a guy to take care of the little ones. So I mean, we're going to talk to Dom Ruggiero, who did, my graphic novel and stuff. It's all in there. Since I was a young kid. It's all I ever wanted to do. But I knew the focus of the role that I could play. So it was just getting there.
That's something, D-Mac, that as sports fans we don't understand. It's like the whole Hunter Dickinson. Why wouldn't he get drafted high?
He's a loser.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though. Players like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like D-Mac, it's just wild to me. This dude leads the OHL, which is one of the best minor leagues of any sport in the world. Leads it in goal scoring, and they're like, hey, that's cute, kid. You're never going to do that shit here. Never.
Well, it's not never. It's that's not your number one priority.
Right.
That's sort of third. If it comes, if it comes at the moment. So here's the thing, Neal. So when I score that goal against Philly or the hat trick or whatever, there's tape of right. You forget about it, but so many guys, and I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
So many of the guys that play my role were big goal scorers in junior.
It's like, D-Mac's got some mitts. Okay.
Well, it's like, wow, did it back then.
No, it is. It's just wild to me. It's just wild to me. Like, it's wild the selection when I walk into Premier Pet Supplies.
Yeah, that is the most wild thing you'll ever see because it is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, lowest prices, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com and tell them that Big D Energy sent you.
Big D.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
What's going on? Just in time for football. Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. Smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win. Playoff win, division title. 31 years, gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you're missing out. Trust me, I smoked them. They're so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off. Code word Woodward Glorious. Go to www.gloriouscanna2ns.com.
Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl and D-Mac and Spencer Raxter and Big Mike Gentry here in the house. Top 5 list coming up. Top 5 spoons. Yeah.
I'm excited for this one. I got a good list.
Yeah, Spenny threw his list to Lentz in the back, and we didn't get to see it.
Yeah. Top 5 spoons. If we pull this off, we're goated. We're the best show here. And I can already tell you we're going to pull it off. Because who else at this network could do a top 5 list about spoons and make it electric? And the list is electric. Wait till you hear D-Mac's list, by the way. Just wait. Where D-Mac's going last for the big finish.
Absolutely.
And you're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. There it is.
Of course I am.
I'll go first for the grand reveal.
There you go.
Always go first.
Hey, the people were calling for it yesterday, Neal. We had to put them off, and the top 5. So slowly becoming, I think, a low-key favorite.
It is. I think the people like it. It's like a top 10 list, except not 38 minutes long like you hear on the Morning Woodward show. But all right, I got a question for you guys. Your mom's favorite skater brought it up, and it was something that I had queued and ready to go. And we're here on a Thursday on a holiday week. What do you want that first round Lions home playoff game to be? I give you the full autonomy to make it what you want. Anything that's mathematically possible right now. What do you want it to be? And I got a pretty strong opinion on this.
So you want to go deeper than just victory, no matter
who it is? Who do you want to play?
Yeah.
I got an easy one.
What do you
I
got?
want to play the Los Angeles Rams.
So do I.
And I want to beat Matthew Stafford.
Into the ground.
And I want to dominate him. I love Stafford. I'm a Stafford guy. But him coming back to Ford Field, and there would be so much energy around that game. And then if you could go after that, beat Philadelphia, and slap Matt Patricia's dumbass around too. Like, that would just be a perfect fucking...
You're on my vortex.
That would be a perfect storyline going forward. But, yeah, I would want the Rams. Even though it scares me, like... because
I have no fear of that.
And the players that the Rams do have, I want the Rams. I want to beat the Rams.
I like that because the kids have a term. If you want all the smoke, then why not bring it in there? Yeah. The one thing that intrigues me, though, right? Remember how we've always said throughout the year, and Spenny, you've been down there for a home game, how loud it can be. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine how loud? And I think we got a little bit more of a taste to it with the Saturday night Denver, the crowd, because that place was rocking. At least on TV, it seemed like it was absolutely rocking down at Ford Field. So the fact that how loud will that fan base? I think the whole fan base wants it to be the Rams. Right, for some reason, and you know what? I want it to be the Rams because of the history with Stafford and because going through that, and I like the matchup better, right? Not saying that I don't want Seattle, but we don't have an answer for Seattle yet. We can handle LA, I feel.
I want it to be the Rams, too, for a lot of the reasons that Spencer Raxter talked about. I want him to play Stafford. I want him to pick him off a couple times, sack him a couple times. And again, I'll qualify all of this. Matt Stafford was not the problem here in Detroit.
No.
Matt Stafford was not the answer here in Detroit either.
No, he wasn't.
So there's that. Both things are true.
I love Stafford. I'm a Stafford guy.
Yeah, did great things in the community. I'm indifferent. And that's fair. I'm indifferent, a lot like his career here.
I was happy when he won a Super Bowl. I wasn't jumping up and down cheering when he won it, but I was happy to see him.
You weren't rocking the Detroit Rams shirt?
No, I was not rocking the Detroit Rams shirt. But I was happy to see him get a Super Bowl. He's one of my favorite players in Detroit for a long time. But if he comes in Detroit, I want us to beat him 45-0. I want us to sack him 10 times.
Put him down in the ground.
I want to face
and whatever happens, if you know what I mean.
I want to face him because he's one of the least mobile guys, right? More of an in the pocket guy. I think we can get to it. And also, too, I think that he will throw a few picks. I just like the matchup. Some people, we were talking about it yesterday, we're more scared that the Rams, they're starting to play better. And there is something to it because they've been there. But to me, I want all the smoke.
I do too. D-Mac, I want it all. And I want to put him in the ground. And I want to vanquish it all, too. I want to vanquish it, the playoff thing, the division thing, the Stafford thing, the Goff thing, all of it.
You brought up a great point. Right? This is a game where you can, and you said it the best. You weren't the problem, but you weren't the solution. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everything you did in this community, and all that stuff. And it's okay. How many times in life, right, where do you think that the guy who's credentialed and they do a great job while they're there, but then they move on, right? So the fact that, and I also like the fact you're gonna rub that NFC North championship a little bit in his face about what you couldn't get done there. You needed to go somewhere else, which isn't a slight. A lot of athletes have that plight. But again, because of I think it just would mean a little bit more, and especially the first time since winning the division, having a home game in 30 years.
Yes. Jay, saying Stafford wasn't the answer is like saying Barry and Calvin weren't the answer either. Barry had this team 60 minutes from a Super Bowl.
Barry and Calvin are Hall of Famers.
No, arguably the best to ever do it at their position. Right?
Jerry Rice said Calvin Johnson is number 2 of all time. So
quarterback holds a little more weight. Like
100%.
They have more decision in the outcome.
Most important position in sports. Period. End of story.
Yeah. Goalie's up there too.
Yeah, if they don't play well, you can't win.
Yeah.
You can still, a goalie can still win. It's not likely.
Makes a timely save.
No, but again, love the football fields and everything. I drive past it every day on my way to Detroit City FC when I go down there. On Van Dyke at 7 Mile.
Yeah. Oh, Stafford was the man. I love Stafford.
Real quick, are you worried? Jonesy 5182 says Jerry Jacobs versus the LA Rams receivers worries him.
See, and I saw that too.
The Seahawks receivers should worry you more than the Rams.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that too. Like Puka is tough. You know what? So are we. So are the Lions. You know who's good? Amon-Ra St. Brown's good. You know who's good? Penei Sewell's good. You know who's good? Jared Goff is good. Stop with this, you guys. Bring the Rams here in the playoffs. Bring them. Get them in here. We're good too, everybody. We have good players too. Bring them in here. Get rid of it all. Vanquish it all. The playoff thing, the division thing, all of it. Bless you.
Oh, real man sneeze.
Jesse Dixon. Neal, why are you always hating on the morning show? When was I hating on the morning
never
show?
Hate on the morning show.
Is this one of those things like why are you always hating on Bo Schembechler, even though everything you say is factually correct? Do you think that's what it is, Spenny?
I think it's a Jeff Burner.
Is it?
No, I'm just kidding.
He's probably got 3 or 4 of them, doesn't he?
For sure.
Hey, you know why? Because Jeff pulled the plug and got rid of all the weed in the world.
I got a Twitter burner.
If that was true, he wouldn't be around.
I made a Twitter burner. It's an easy burner, but I just use it to get extra likes and retweets on my posts. I don't post anything, but I just like and retweet everything.
You say it's an easy burner?
Yeah, it's called Speaking Easy. He made one of me, I made one of him. So, yeah.
And that's heavyweights 5 to 7.
Yeah,
that sounds about on point.
I don't post anything or I just like and retweet my posts and the heavyweights post.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
That is actually pretty funny. But again, going back to it too, I don't even see this fear of the Rams and this fear of the Seahawks and everything like that. D-Mac,
I don't see it as no. There's a couple people I don't buy into it. Kevin
I don't either.
Donaldson, Stoke
Hey, guys,
not scared. Stoke not scared.
How about
I
this?
think we're more stoked and not scared now after that Denver game, after getting through that being I think everybody's just sort of starting to get a little bit comfortable being in this position. Now, this week, we're still holding our breath because we haven't finished the deal, but the writing's on the wall. Mm-hmm. And I think we're starting to get right to what Kevin Donaldson said. It's Stoke not scared. Let's fire it back up.
It's just like this fear of the Seahawks. Do we realize that the playoffs started today? I mean, they do start in 4 weeks. But if the playoffs started today, the Seahawks aren't in. They're outside looking in right now.
Yeah, we're going to beat the Vikings, and then they'll jump up.
Maybe. If they win.
Yeah.
They're not exactly burning it up right now either.
Who's their schedule?
You see what I'm saying, though? Like, it's not... Get in this mindset, everybody. We're good, too.
The Seahawks play the Titans, Steelers, and Cardinals down the year.
Yeah, they're going to get them. They're going to win their last 3 games.
But here's the thing, too.
2 or 3 on the road.
How long is Geno out? Because do you trust Drew? This is Drew Lock, and I get it.
Geno could have played last, so I assume he's going to be back unless they're just rolling with Drew Lock.
I will say this.
He was dressed on the sidelines. He was a game-time decision.
I will say this. They're not going to win both of those road games. That's the way the NFL works, man.
Cardinals and Titans?
Yeah, they're going to lose one of them. That's the way the NFL works.
I could see them losing to the Titans. They're going to beat
they're going to lose one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way this league works.
Hey, here's a great point. And Jay Sangles, it says, Neal, what are the chances that the Ravens beat the 49ers Monday? And then,
None. Zero.
But here's the thing. My whole thing, they beat the 49ers, and then the Rams beat the 49ers, and we get the first seed. The fact that you got 4 weeks left in the season and you're having a conversation that could mathematically happen, right? You give it a 10 or 20% chance or not even that, but you're saying there's a chance. That's what I'm talking about. These scenarios, you're still in that hunt, arguably, for that 1 seed not out of the way, but definitely the 2. I mean, that's huge. 4 weeks in the season. Right now. Haven't brought up next year's draft.
that is
think
true.
about it. We're at Christmas. Go back last year. Just like if you're, deep dive and whatever. When did we first crack open the list last year? Hey, who can we draft next year?
I did say what I want the draft picks to be, though, yesterday. Just like the position.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I said I want them to sign Justin Matabuki. He's the free agent defensive tackle from Baltimore who's got like 12 sacks already this season. I want them to sign him. And for your first 4 picks, I want a corner, an edge rusher, and 2 offensive linemen. That's what I want.
I want that. I don't care the order.
I don't care the order either. I assume they'd probably go corner first round because you can find a good corner in the end of the first round. But
see, that's where I jump up and take the best guard.
That's fair.
But that's just the way I think, though.
Yeah.
I overdraft kickers and defenses in fantasy drafts.
They do have to draft a kicker, too.
They do?
Yeah. Unless they sign, they could sign.
Could have got you the one that just set the NFL record for most consecutive extra points made since they moved the extra point back. Jake Moody, Michigan. They're wrong. But anyway, though, we move on. Mike G, Neal, the 2 clicks ready to hit the town. What?
No, they could just sign a kicker. There's Will Lutz, Kai Fairbairn, Greg Zuerlein, Nick Folk. There's some good free agent kickers.
There's a couple good. Yeah, just take whichever one's market depressed.
Yeah.
That's fair. Mike G, Neal's the 2 clicks ready to hit the town in downtown Montreal. And you know what? Chances are there'll be a Planet Fitness close by when I'm out in downtown Montreal because there's over 2,400 of them in the world. And guess what? You get access to them all with a Black Card membership. It's just $24.99 a month. And you basically own Planet Fitness. You got one in your city that living in the city. You got one that works best for you. $10 a month, $1 down, access to your home gym. That's the way it works. Those are the options for you with Planet Fitness. Tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights, whatever nonsense Spencer's doing with the shoulders and back and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is, but hey, there's tons of equipment for him to do it on. I do know that. I'll be on the treadmill for an hour, and I can be on the treadmill for an hour because there's tons of treadmills and cardio stuff as well. Go to planetfitness.com. You can join there, guys. This is the best gym in the gym game. Period. End of story. Pull in the parking lot. You can join there as well. It's Planet Fitness, Mr. Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests, for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Talk about Outdoor Equip, co-official equipment provider of Woodward Sports, Michigan grown, family-owned bad boy motors, tractors, steel handhelds, even weed whippers, Liberty trailers, Generac generators, and be prepared. The snow will be coming, probably not before Christmas, probably after, so get your Snow X plows and salters. Outdoor Equipment Co. has it all. Rent it, buy it. 0% financing. They will deliver it to your doorstep. Check them out today, OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Weed whippers. Pulling up on the second hour of the show. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, Spencer Raxter, Big Mike Gentry. Subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast wherever you get your podcast. And rewind, fast forward, do whatever it is that you want to do. You guys know what it is. Usually we do it on Wednesday. I wasn't here. I was working the other job, so we pushed it to Thursday. But here we go, everybody. Top five. The top 5 list, because the morning show does a top 10 list, so we make it half as boring as theirs, except we make it good.
Yeah.
This one, I'm excited. If we can make this electric, Spencer Raxter is like a pit bull on a chain right now because he wants to be the first to reveal his top 5 spoons, everybody.
Top 5
That's
spoons.
right. The spoon is the subject of this week's top 5. Spencer Raxter, the wait is over. You have the floor.
All right, my top 5 spoons list. Number 1 on the top 5 spoons list is spooning with a girl who's got a nice ass. You know, she's got a nice big old cheeks. It's definitely better to spoon with her. That's my number 1. Number 2 is big spoon. Love being big spoon. You know, it just feels more comfortable. You got there, you can put the hand around. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. Number 3 is little spoon, because it's nice to be held sometimes, you know? I think little spoon is very underrated. I think little spoon is something that more people should get involved in. Little spoon, it's not bad. It's nice to be held sometimes. Number 4, I got the tiny spoons, you know, you can wear around your neck. And
I thought you meant Teeny
no,
Turner.
Not Tiny Tina, but
We all thought you meant
I did not mean no,
from
I
your
did not mean Tiny
princess.
I 100% thought that.
I thought it was because, you know,
it's a
you
tiny
can,
spoon. You know,
once
wear
you
it
get
as a
out of the car?
necklace. There's different things that get involved with it, but tiny spoon is number 4. And then
what was her
5
name again?
Yeah. And then number 5 is sporks.
Yes.
Because, yeah, it's the,
Spork should be on everybody's
they're
list.
versatile. They're versatile. You can do different things.
They're a spoon,
Yeah,
and they're a
spoon
fork.
And a fork. So number 5 is sporks.
All right, there it is. Spencer Raxter's top 5 spoons.
That was a great list.
Big
I want to
Mike-
know, we know who the tiny spoon's name is, but we want to know who the little spoon's name
Yeah.
is. You got
Depends. Like I said, it's nice to be held sometimes.
It
I love
rotates.
it.
Yeah,
It rotates. All right, Big Mike Gentry.
Mine was a lot similar to Spencer's. Toss it up.
Top
Okay.
5
Top five,
spoons for Mike Gentry. Top 5.
Top 5. Number 5, I got the soup spoon. You can't beat it.
Gotta have it.
Number 4, Devon Witherspoon. Elite. Nothing more to say about that.
Great pick, Mike. Whoa, that kid's good.
That's a good one.
That Spencer said. And then sporks are just elite. You can do anything with them. Team player, gotta have sporks.
No, again, Spork should be on everybody's list. There is no doubt about it. Good catch on the Devon Witherspoon,
He's elite.
by the way.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Year 1.
He turned out to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad things worked out the way they did for the Lions, that we don't have a Devon Witherspoon here.
Yeah.
But things seem to have worked out pretty well. WoodwardSports.com. Chat thread reaction. Jay Cruisin. I want to spoon something right now. Super Juggernaut 87. The plastic spork. That's right. Anthony Patterson. This is the dumbest ish ever. Detroit Arrow. Sporks at chopsticks are underrated. D's 411. Teaspoon tablespoon. Mike G, Teeny Tina loves teaspooning as well. Yes, absolutely. Matt Giles, the pinky spoon. Not sure what that one is. But, okay. All right. You want me to go, D-Mac, or you want to close it down? You want me to go? All right. My top five. My top 5 spoons. Number 5, the plastic spoon. Love it with the lunch because you don't got to worry about it. You just use it, you throw it away, you move on.
Yeah.
I'm big on that. You can throw it in the recycle before you stop typing, everyone. Yes, if the recycling thing is there, throw it in the recycling thing. However, that's the point of the plastic spoon with the lunch. We just move on from everything. We keep it pushing, everybody. Number 4, the wooden spoon. I make a lot of chili at home.
Oh, yeah.
The wooden spoon is something you need more for its stirring capabilities than I guess you would say its scooping capabilities.
Deglazing a pan, you need a good wooden spoon.
You need a good wooden spoon.
Now, real quick,
Yeah.
because you are part of an Italian family.
Correct.
So spaghetti sauce or whatever.
Same.
Do you use the same wooden spoon? And then the wooden spoon, it gets, over time, it gets that sort of coloring and it gets that
does.
sort of
It's weathered.
consistency. But that sauce has its own wooden spoon, correct?
It does. And D-Mac, that's where it is. The wooden spoon is perfect for tasting, because it doesn't get all heated up like the metal spoon does. You got to have a wooden spoon in there. You have to. Number 3, the soup spoon, much the same. You go somewhere and you get soup.
And they give you a regular spoon?
Yeah,
You're pissed
man.
the fuck off.
Yeah.
No, man, if I have the choice, I'm taking the soup spoon to eat my
Goddamn
soup
right.
every single time. You're not. Number 2, the slotted spoon. And here's where the slotted spoon comes
Pasta.
in. Yeah, pasta. Yeah, so the water can drain through.
Oh, yeah,
And here's where it is too. Like having an Italian family, they do a lot of homemade soups. So, it's brothy. And I like my soup like a little thicker. So I'll use a slotted spoon to take like the chicken noodles and the chicken out, but not have all that broth in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the slotted spoon, very, very valuable. And number 1 overall, it's a part of everybody's childhood. It's a staple of every person affiliated with this show from the time they were about 5 and probably until now, even with D-Mac. The big tablespoon. And you know where I'm going with
Cereal.
this. And Spencer Raxter knows. Cereal.
Yeah.
If you're going to hammer a box
Shovel.
of cereal,
It's a shovel.
if you're going to hammer a whole box of cereal for breakfast,
Yep.
you have to have the big tablespoon for time constraints.
That is true.
Spenny, how many whole boxes of cereal have you consumed with the big spoon?
I put down some boxes of cereal in my day. I remember one time, me and my boys, we went out, we partook in some activities that D-Mac is very fond of, and there was like 6 of us. And we go home, we go to my house, my dad's house, and my dad, this was like a couple years post-divorce, so my dad was still buying all the best snacks and having everything stocked.
Yeah.
So we had like 7 different cereals. Me and all my boys go to my house. We all grab like mixing bowls, like cake mixing bowls, pour up different cereals. We're sitting on the couch. There's
going
like
to town.
7 of us in the front room, just big. My dad walks in, and there was nothing on the TV, and we're all just dying laughing, eating these giant bowls of cereals. He's like, okay. He just walks through.
As soon as you started saying that story, Jack Stark, the big tablespoon with the big mixing bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have it.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have it with the cereal.
Gotta be the glass mixing bowl. Oh, yeah.
You know what I was just alerted to before we get to D-Mac's list? We were sleeping on one. K.19, the McFlurry spoon.
That's
the integrity of the McFlurry spoon. The McFlurry spoon is built different. You could lift up a brick with the McFlurry spoon.
Yeah.
You know that plastic spoon I was talking about? It's why sometimes you had to bring 2 because you could snap
it's
one.
like 3D created that spoon, right? It's got girth, it's square, pokes in.
Good catch,
call.
K.19.
Good call.
You're on your game. And without any further ado, Darren McCarty's top
All
5
right,
spoons.
I'm going to go 5 down. The teaspoon. Right? The teaspoon is number one. Obviously for tea, for anything else, but putting if you're cooking and stuff like that, you need that for rationing. The spork, obviously on everybody's list. We need that. The soup spoon, can't go anywhere without the soup spoon, like you said. Soup spoon, which is I use the soup spoon for my cereal. Right, a little bit in between.
Absolutely.
The ladle, which is the wood spoon, the proper terminology for it, which is big. And guys, D-Mac's a cuddler, so the post-coital, post-sex spooning, I'm all about. I mean, who would have thought? There, you learned something new that D-Mac's a cuddler.
Yeah,
there you
fair.
go. So number one, definitely the post-coital.
All right.
Winning.
We have to ask. Can we chat? Oh, what was it, about 80-20 on the division championship T-shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised it was that low. I thought it was going to be higher. All right. Because somebody said that this was the stupidest thing ever. Can we take it to the streets? Did this work? That's my question to the people. Did the top 5 spoon list work? Yes or no? Very, very easy answer. Wyatt Bear, top 5. Number 5, Spoon Man from Soundgarden.
Nice.
Number 4, Bar Spoon. Number 3, Spoonful of Sugar. Number 2, Mother Spoon of Caviar. That one is on there as well. And he wraps it up with number 1, the Big Spoon. The Big Spoon, I think,
Big
is.
spoon is good.
Yeah, it is.
You know what's an underrated spoon is the ramen spoon that they have when you get like a bowl of ramen. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's a good spoon.
Absolutely. Answer 14, Neal skimming the soup. What about everybody else who doesn't get any chunky in their soup because Neal skimmed the soup? LOL. I can't account for that.
But you're actually doing the rest of the family a favor because they like it more brothy.
That's the way they operate.
Right? So it's a yin and a yang. It works.
Yes. Yes. Grapefruit spoon, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had just a straight grapefruit though.
I used to when I was younger. I don't anymore.
I'd give me an orange over a grapefruit any day of the week.
Duh.
Yeah.
Greg Rounds, this works, but I still want a top 5 worst contracts in Detroit sports history.
Oh, we can do that.
That's very
too sports focused.
Yeah, it's too sportsy though.
Yeah.
Like that's the point of all this. I want to take irrelevant things and make them relevant. WoodwardSports.com chat poll. Did this work? 79% of you say yes, and that's the goal.
What are we doing next week?
Give us something in the chat.
Yeah, let's
give us something.
Put them out there. I'm pretty sure this was a Mike G idea.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
It was damn good. Shoot your shot in there in the chat though. If it's something cool, if it's something cool, we'll run it.
Show us.
Who said Art Vandelay? Who knew D-Mac was Lance Romance? Yeah, everybody back in the 90s.
Yeah. Ask Darren about that.
All right, everybody.
Old habits die hard.
Top 5 public restrooms.
Ooh,
I could pull that one off,
that's
actually.
a good one.
That is a good one.
Can I put the Riv in East Lansing, but for certain reasons?
You can. It's your criteria.
Not for using the restroom, but for other things that happened in those stalls.
Jordan Schaefer said McDonald's is getting rid of the McFlurry spoon.
They are not.
They
I haven't
better
had a
not.
McFlurry
That can't
in so
happen.
long.
They better not. We already did top 5 cereals, Tommy K.
Yeah. So that's
Top 5 colors.
that is a good one too.
That's a good
Top
one.
5 colors.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Top 5 world conspiracies.
Nah, that's too deep.
Yeah, that's.
Top 5 colors next
Top 5
week.
colors. All right, yeah, we can do
Top
that.
5 colors. We
Perfect.
why?
Why not?
But it'll work.
Yeah.
It'll work. I'm telling you guys, it'll work. LFG, Neal's list is truly 5-star. I think they were all 5 stars.
They were all great lists.
Yeah, they were. Top 5 shopping carts.
Top 5 eyewear. The eye patch has to
Yeah. The Monopoly guy,
Yeah,
the mono.
monocle.
Yeah, the
Monocle.
The monocle's got to be on that list,
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
The eye patch.
Top 5 eyewear is great.
Top 5 rice flavors? I didn't know there was. Oh, here's a good one from Dom Rivera. Top 5 planets.
That's fair. I think Saturn's underrated.
Yeah.
Man. They got rings. If your argument's about rings, Saturn has them.
Pluto had a good run.
Pluto had a good run.
Fuck,
Still
Uranus
sucked down a
sucks.
little bit.
Yeah, Uranus
Still sucked
sucks.
down a little bit.
I think this one's. What do you think? Colors or planets?
Let them vote.
Colors or planets?
I'll do a chat poll.
Okay. Colors or planets? Did the top 5 spoon list work? It did. 76% of
And
you.
if they tie, we're going back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. Jay Singles, pick the lamest one, why don't you? Yeah, because
That's the point.
That's how great of a show this is. We can take a top 5 spoon list and make it electric. We're late for the break. The segment was so good. D-Mac, break it down.
Absolutely, guys. Football's on the brain. College, professional sports, what a year it's been. It's not over yet. Fall is also a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They are covering Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. Give my buddy Mark a call today at Swiss Insurance, 248-800-4177 or SwissINS.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. Neal Ruhl here for Jack Labrador. And look, there is a very cool read here about comparing Jack Labrador to drafting for the holidays and everything like that. There's 2 things with the Jack Labrador game. I'm going to go off the script here a little bit. Number 1, it's wintertime. We need card games, and your family's going to be around all holiday season long. Break out something new. Like, be inventive. 1 deck, 3 games. Fun for the whole family, less than $20. Go to jacklabrador.com or scan the QR code. D-Mac approved the Jack Labrador game.
I'm going to give you a little example because you don't want any of this smoke, right, when it comes to it. And we can just, I don't know, maybe just ask Braylon because I had him in a blender in this game because you know what? Rock, paper, scissors, Jack Labrador. I'm in your head. Go practice get your cards, practice, and then we'll come in and we'll have a game. You too can know how I can mind Jack you.
JackLabrador.com, everybody, or the QR code on the screen. Less than $20, guys. Come on, let's get it in, Jack Labrador. All right, keeping it pushing, Big D. We had to share that story.
Oh, yeah.
Because it got heated playing Jack Labrador.
Hey, Spenny watched, Mikey watched, Big D representing in the house.
We all won, yeah.
Absolutely.
Easy dub.
It was fun.
The best show, the best at Jack Labrador, the best looking show, the strongest show.
Yeah.
Most cups.
Yep. Most Stanley Cups.
Got 4 cups in here, baby.
Yeah, it's true.
The most cardiovascularly sound show.
Yeah.
Hey, the most time spent at Planet Fitness show.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Supporting the sponsors show.
Most IM basketball championships at MSU show.
That is true.
Yeah.
Most Macomb All-County Golf members.
Yeah.
That's here.
Most Macomb All-County football members and swimming members.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is a pretty decorated group now that you break it down.
Show. We should put some banners up.
We should, yeah. Maybe after the NFC North, we'll take from the Detroit Lions. Maybe we'll raise a couple banners in here.
Yeah.
Most 50-goal seasons in the OHL in this room.
Yeah. Best shoe game on the network.
That's true as well.
Yeah.
Most Our Detroit Magazine top play-by-play announcers in Detroit.
Yep.
Awards.
For sure.
And you could even get someone else in here that has one. I have 2.
Most little people work down.
I got what I win last year, the social media influencer.
Yeah.
We got creds.
We got
Street
creds.
cred.
Yep. Most show hosts who have had somebody hop out of a car and land on 2 feet.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's Go Red Wings Party has a different variation of that. Most baddies under 3'5" banged group.
Yeah, that's true.
3'5".
She wasn't.
No,
that
it's got to
young.
be
She
4.
wasn't 3'5".
4.5.
She's like probably like 4'2", 4'3".
Okay. Gotcha.
She's a little one though.
She
Number
was
4, the teeny spoon.
she was taller than Calvin Johnson's
We
40
call
time.
them spinners. Put them on top, let them spin.
Jesus Christ.
Where are you going to go from there, Neal?
Lorena Rios in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Top 5 Black Santa memories. We are scheduled to be joined by Terry Foster tomorrow.
Lorena Rios also says top 5 Spenny arrests. Never been arrested, so pretty bare list. Knock on wood. Never been arrested so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
Still a lot of time.
So far, yet. Whatever you want to phrase it. Okay. Let's get back to it.
Wait, who won the poll?
Oh yeah.
Planets is up 59-41 right now.
Ooh.
That's pretty much decided then, right?
Yep.
Give it a countdown, Spencer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 60-40 planets.
There you go. Top 5 planets. Next week, everybody. Next Wednesday. So get ready. Am I out? No, I'm here next Wednesday.
Nice.
Then I leave Wednesday afternoon. So another road trip. Jesus, man.
Where are you off to then?
We're going to Cleveland State and Youngstown State.
Yeah, it's a far cry from Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, well, Cayman. Yeah, Turks and Caicos next year. No, I'm kidding. We're not.
Damn.
But anyway, though. Oh, DMAC, I did want to bring this up. I have a get right for the people tonight.
You do?
I have a get right for the people. New information. That's what the sports handicappers always say. New information has been presented to me, which solidifies this pick. I have a get right. We are 53-20 on the get rights. We have one more loading as soon as the Lions officially clinch the NFC North. Right, Mike Gentry? Remember I tried to tell the people? I said, this thing's over. And we laid 2 units to win 1. I get it.
It wasn't.
I remember.
But it was. So we're 53-20, 54-20's loading. I have a get right for tonight, everybody. New information was presented to me moments before the show today. I present to you the Detroit Pistons plus 1.5 tonight at LCA against the Utah Jazz. A get right pick. Hey, I don't choose the get rights. The get rights choose me. Your Detroit Pistons will win tonight at home at LCA against the Utah Jazz. They will snap the winning streak. Why do you say that, Neal? What data do you have to go on this? Because the streets have talked to me this morning, and I am the first to break to you. And I'm giving you 5 more seconds to get it to your bet. FanDuel, wherever it is you do your betting. 5 more seconds to do it before I give you the why on this. And then it's going to go crazy. They'll probably take it off the board. I know from firsthand knowledge that somebody in the Detroit sports scene is taking matters into his own hands tonight. The one, the only, our own, Darren McCarty will be in attendance tonight.
Yes. First game of the year. It's about time. I know you guys want this losing streak or whatever, but I'm going to make an appearance with some of the fam coming down from up north, and we're going to go to the basketball game. So I'm taking all that I have, good juju, for the next 2 nights, man. This is my Christmas. I'm putting it all into it. It's going to be a relaxing weekend, but Thursday for the Pistons, Friday for the Red Wings. I'm doing everything I can. So much so that when they win, it's us. Big D Energy. We did this.
Right?
And if they don't win, well, you know what?
But they are
that strong.
Yeah.
Wasn't that strong. Then I was saving it for the Wings.
You get DMAC in attendance, and I slap the get right on there.
It's a given.
It's a given.
The word's going down there right now. Boys, I was just watching Jalen Darren in the shoot-around, so he's not going to be there, but he was working on it. So, yeah, we'll be down there. If you're down there, I'll be cruising around. Come get a picture. Say whatever, but yes, making an appearance, first one this year. Excited.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Uncle Neal soft feet, 30-point L incoming. Were you here for the part where I told you it's 53-20? 53-20. Come on, guys. Aaron Stoner, it's official. The Pistons will lose by 15 or more. Okay, then don't take it. You don't like money? I can't help you with that. We got the other ones in there. Peaceful Tim. Man, you're going to make me bet on the Pistons tonight. Peaceful Tim, I get messages on social from him all the time. He's like, old Uncle Neal.
Yeah, old Uncle Neal. Then that's the thing. Are you in or are you in the way? I mean, you can't pick Can't pick and choose. If Neal goes with it,
you go with it.
You have to go with it.
And 53 out of 73 times, you got paid.
66% right now. More than that.
More than
70%.
that. Yeah, I can't even help you guys. I can't click the button for you, everybody. So go ahead and do it. Got some more Lion stuff we're going to get to. We've got a special guest that's going to join us, too, coming up a little bit later on in the show. So all of that will be popping, just like wintertime comfort foods are popping at Big Boy right now. Yes, sir, it is. You could do the veal parmigiana or the Southern Comfort Bowl. Spenny will knock one of those down.
Facts.
More of a breakfast person, stuffed potato pancakes, the regular potato pancakes, the Santa Fe Garden, the omelets, all of it is out there. And don't forget about the apple pie hotcakes. D-Mac will be serving those up, and he'll chase it with the all-new gingerbread shake. It's the holiday season, so whoop-dee-doo, get a shake out there as well when you're out there for your comfort foods from Big Boy, the all-new gingerbread shake, everybody. Get to your local Big Boy today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl and D-Mac and Spencer Raxter and Big Mike Gentry and all of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Jump in, man. Get your thoughts out there. Did want to touch on one more angle about the Detroit Lions. And Dan Campbell talked about it. And I know Spenny's got it in the system, but Dan Campbell was talking about the new look of the defense. And that was, we talk about that win against the Broncos and how it kind of reunited everybody and re-solidified what your thoughts were on the Lions. And there was an angle of that game through all the 5 touchdown passes and all that stuff. There was an angle to that game that I really dug. We got that, right, Spenny? The Dan Campbell? Yeah, let's hear Dan Campbell talk about the new look on defense.
Yeah, defense did a really good job today. I thought AG called a heck of a game. We had a couple of wrinkles in that we felt like would be good for us, and really they were. The takeaway that we got, that was something we haven't done. It's been a long time since we have. So we were able to get pressure in his face and trap it on the outside, and so we were able to come away with that takeaway. So I just thought we were well prepared, knew what we had a real good feeling of what we were going to get here. We knew who we had to take care of. We couldn't let Sutton get going. We couldn't let him launch them. Handle this run game, and we did. So the defense showed up. I thought we were able to get pressure. The front played really well today. Certainly our back end. It was the ultimate team win. But yeah, defense started it out for us. We took the ball there. We wanted to go down and score. We didn't do that, but the defense, man, they held up there and were able to get us the ball back.
And D-Mac, what stood out to me, he was speaking in generics, I think, for most of that. But what stood out to me, and as I was watching the game, I made reference to this, listening to him talk about it in the post game as well, and the Aaron Glenn angle, D-Mac, where they were blitzing in the previous games and it wasn't working. They weren't getting home. So what did Aaron Glenn do? Change the angle of attack on the blitz, brought the corners, brought the safeties, just totally changed the whole look of everything up. And the Broncos look shell-shocked. And D-Mac, that solidified to me that the Lions will be a factor.
Isn't that what good teams and good coaches
100%.
and what the adjustments? So the blitz wasn't working from the middle. So you didn't tell me that they stopped blitzing and went to zone, right? Because we saw how that worked. He knew what Dan Campbell said. He knew we couldn't let Russell Wilson launch it or get to his spot or whatever like that, so they had to change it up. And that's the whole thing, especially early, if you can confuse the other team because they're not prepared. Everybody's got tape on everybody. But if you can throw in, like Dan said, a wrinkle, and the wrinkles aren't what you've shown before, and you have to make it count, right? He just said that. One of the turnovers was because they caught Denver not knowing where the blitz was coming from and stuff like that. So to me, with all the criticism, ebbs and flows throughout the year that Aaron Glenn's got, a lot of different criticisms at time, this shows me that he's done what good teams do, and it's adjust and come out. And to your point, Neal, absolutely. Why wouldn't you be confident in that? Just like, it's a group effort, it's a team effort, and I think it's that way across the board. Weren't we bagging a little bit on Ben Johnson for some of the offensive play calls, especially in the second half against Chicago and the way
Somebody
that they played?
in this chat thread said that he should be fired that week.
No way.
Yes, they did. Because that's what set me off.
Hey, it's a good thing that players get second chances or they get to redeem themselves, so coaches do too. So you look at the way that he redeemed himself. What'd you say? 5 straight touchdown drives?
Yes.
Right? So now I expect more of the same of that, maybe not 5 in a row, but moving the ball, and especially against Minnesota. So you found something that worked. And defensively, will there be other wrinkles? Now you're playing in the division. It changes up a little bit. You haven't played Minnesota this year, so that's a benefit. So, yeah, I agree with you, Neal. I like where we're at, especially coming out of that game. That was a huge test, right, where everybody they weren't sure. They weren't sure. We were hearing about how Denver and, Sean Payton being, Dan Campbell's mentor and this and that. Well, you know what? Right? The student took it to the teacher hard.
No, he absolutely did. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Brandon Hasso. The adjustment took a little longer than I would have liked. But, hey, better late than never. Maybe the later the adjustment, the better for the team in the long run. Peaceful Tim says, imagine your record being good enough for you to hold on to some of your best schemes for when the games matter the most. What a thought. D-Mac, I defer to you. Is that real?
What's that?
Is that real? Do you have things that you keep in your back pocket throughout a season? Because hockey, they run plays in hockey. People don't know this, but there are plays that are run in hockey as well.
But more so power play or breakouts and different things like that. I think football's a different game where you would save some of these blitzes and some of these, exotics, as they call it, trickery plays and stuff like that. Yeah, you're just sort of play. It's in your preparation. In hockey, Neal, it's in your preparation of what you're going to do, what they're going to try to do to you. But there's always adjustments. Like, for example, right, on a power play when it's 5-on-4, do you go with a diamond where you have, say, Mo Sider at the top and 2 guys on the side? Or do you go 2 guys on the top, 2 guys at the bottom, 1 guy in the slot? There's different ways. You adjust to – it's always a cat and mouse game no matter what sport. But I think in football, you'll save those plays more than anything and not pull them out.
Peaceful Tim, how many exotic blitzes had we seen? And, I mean, to me, when you start bringing corners and safeties, those are exotic to me. Because if you think about everything that's involved, right, for a corner or safety to blitz, a linebacker's got to fall, the timing's got to be right. There's a lot riding on that. And if somebody makes a mistake on an assignment, it's a wrap, and it's 6 the other way. So I've always been of that opinion. Like corner blitzes, safety blitzes, those are exotic to me because there's a lot happening.
No, I agree.
I guess you could say. But again, I thought Aaron Glenn was kind of unfairly getting beat up Because, again, guys, 11 months ago on Aaron Glenn's defense, he had Jelani Tavai, Trey Flowers, and Jamie Collins taking up $19 million in salary. But they weren't playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was lost in there. And I forget, Spencer, do you know off the top of your head last year in defense, what, they 28th, 29th, 30th, something like that?
Lions? Yeah. I think they're 30th.
30th.
Yeah.
And this year, what, 15th-ish?
Yeah.
16th-ish?
Yeah, I can check right now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you don't have to. That's a morning show thing to get the exact number and stuff. You get what I'm driving at here. It's just, I thought that the Aaron Glenn slander was a little extra.
They're 15.
15.
Yeah.
So, man, they improved halfway through the league from 30th to 15th. Can you imagine if you did your job 50% better than you did the year before and somebody said, hey, Jim, sorry, bro, you're out.
If the Lions defense was a stock, right, over the last couple of years, you got to look at it from 30,000 feet, right? It's going like this. It's up, now, when we trend the stock market and look what the Dow and everything is, right? If you look at it from the 30,000 foot view from far away, Neal, you see progress. Slow but surely, maybe some plateaus, maybe some small digression week to week. But what did I mention earlier in the show? We're the one team that hasn't lost 3 in a row, 4 in a row, stuff like that. So we've made adjustments, and you got to give both coaches and Aaron Glenn credit for that. Credit for a way to find a way to the quarterback, find a way to get a turnover, find a way to make it different, right? The big thing about Aaron Glenn, and I see it all the time, it's not that he doesn't make the adjustments. We're just not happy he doesn't make them quick enough. So slowly but surely, it seems like they're figuring that out, which gives you confidence come playoff time.
And look, I like to address this as well. In the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Hoof-Hearted, regardless of talent level, you should never be that low defensively. Hoof-Hearted, maybe you missed it when I just said that you had Jelani Tavai, Trey Flowers, and Jamie Collins taking up $19 million of your cap, which is almost 10%, to not play. Hoof-Hearted, regardless of talent level, you should never be that low defensively. What if your talent is below zero because you got guys taking up money that aren't on the roster? You know what I'm saying? That's what, and this circles all back to everything that we've said, which is when they got here, when Brad Holmes got here, the way that they shifted the operation away from what the Detroit Lions had done historically. That's how I knew it was different. That's how I knew it was going to work. Because of that, because of those financial moves. See, everyone just looks into talent and players, and it's not just that. You are what your contracts are in this league. That's your arsenal. That's your ability to compete. That salary cap is your ability to compete. They fixed all that. They fixed it in 1 year. They came in, they took the scissors to it. They said, we got to take the pain, get these guys TF out of here, and let's ride. And that's what they've done. So that's why it works, man. It's not rocket science, guys.
People forget about the bag in a lot of sports to when the clock comes on, when sort of starting until you get the contracts right and the books right. That's really why you're able to move forward. And Yzerman's doing the same thing.
Yes.
Right, when people say he's 4 or 5 years on the job, it's like, no, he's not. How long's he had the books right? So.
No, absolutely. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Arthur, sadly, guys, Aaron looks bad among fans, and Goff has carried him. But even Aaron is probably counting on CJ, too, to help these young, good players. Maybe we're looking too far in between. And, it's just something where Peaceful Tim, Neal can't make up different facts. Sorry, Lorena. And I missed Lorena's comment, but, I am curious to see it, though. That makes me... Lorena Rios, Neal, you have become a broken record because it doesn't change, Lorena. Nothing is new. Everybody's looking for this magic fairy dust that they just sprinkled on this thing. It doesn't change, but it drives the point home. That's the foundation of all this. That's why I'm a broken record, because that's why they're winning. It's not some exotic blitz, or it's not some day of reckoning where somebody had and all of a sudden they've gotten good. No. That's the foundation of all this. So, again, That's why it works. So if you can't understand that, I can't help you. But if you need home security, my good friend Darren can help you.
Absolutely. Guardian Alarms, where you go, you know it, you love it. Customized solutions from real expert professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. But I need you to call Guardian Alarm today. The number, 1-800.
Stay out.
24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night. Know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it's needed. But I need you to call the number today. 1-800.
Stay out.
Technology backed by people. Yes, real people. Real Homo sapiens, flesh and blood, if you will. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work. People have been proven to care. Business, personal. Guardian Alarm doesn't care. They just want you to call the number today. 1-800.
Stay out.
Stay out of not winning a game for a second straight month, Pistons, please.
Stay out of free agent inactivity, Detroit Tigers. The division's there for the taking. Go take it.
Pistons are winning tonight. I'm bringing Guardian Alarm.
Get right.
We got the get right
Get
on it.
right.
Guardian Alarm, local security
right.
experts, selling Big D Energy. We sent you. Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford and Dearborn today. Find the brand you want. LesStanford.com.
Keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. We also have Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. All of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Real quick, I just kind of parachuted into this conversation I saw, but Nick K, and this just made me laugh, and I don't know why, Nick K says, quote, "We can stay here and watch 227 and shit." 227.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Express quotes.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now in studio, we are joined by a very, very special guest. And D-Mac, you have the book in front of you right now, and it is entitled Darren McCarty, Life is a Grind, Enjoy My Truth. And we're joined by the writer of that book, Dominic Reggio. There we go. Sorry, Dominic.
That's
on that
right.
one. My Italian,
no, don't
my
be.
Italian
Actually,
failed
dude,
me
I
there.
called him Ruggio for years.
Reggio here in the house. Dominic, no, appreciate your time, my friend.
Yeah.
Fascinated by this. And look, we do know the story, and this is obviously the book, Darren McCarty, Life is a Grind, Enjoy My Truth. But Dominic, my first question for you, because this is a book, and it's big, and it's all in kind of cartoon form as a book. And there are a lot of pages. There are a lot of drawings. The first thing that jumps out at my head, how long does it take to draw all these things, man?
A very long time. About twice as long as I wanted it to take. But plus we had to deal with COVID. It was 3 to 4 years from start to finish. The artwork is what takes the longest time after I get the script done. But yeah, that was with 3 or 4 artists working on that thing, and it still took 4 years.
You know the best part of the which I love, where if you McCartyComic.com, is where, this is Dom's vision. Obviously, I have the story and stuff like that, and I always said to Dom that, I love The Watchmen. I want a graphic novel or whatever, and I wrote the book, My Last Fight, True Story of a Hockey Rock Star, back in 2012. It was putting those and some other stories and stuff like this in there. But the cool thing, Neal, is to be able to put, all the people that I've encompassed in the cover, whether it's my grandfather who's passed away since I was 21, or my wife or my buddy Zach Wild, and tell different stories to that. I love the back cover, but the fact that the cover was done by Billy Tucci, right, who's a big Marvel illustrator and stuff, and he's a huge Islanders fan. So the fact that it was really cool to collaborate and to have all these guys, contribute in to this graphic novel, which is an extension and more stories of the book. So I can't thank Dom enough.
Yeah, well, it's fitting because the team he roots for, they have a cartoon arena. So it all comes full
Jack
circle with that.
You know it. But they got horses there too.
Yeah, it's in the parking lot of a horse racing track. Again, that is factual. Yeah, but Dominic, because it's such a massive undertaking, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about a 3 to 4 year project. And again, go to McCartycomic.com, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Neal, graphic novel is the word you're looking for. That comes from Biggins. Well, thank you. You're a little more versed in literature than I am. What was the why, though? I mean, obviously, we know the story to some degree, but what was the why for you?
The biggest one for me was I didn't think anybody had done a project like this in comics before. And Darren has such a unique story. He's the only person that I know that can tell you what it's like to be on stage and get laughs from the audience as a comedian, be the lead singer in a band and feel that energy from the crowd, and be a professional hockey player. Where else in human history has that happened?
Wrestler.
Yeah.
And a wrestler. I'm just scratching the surface. Well,
he's one of the more unique humans in the world.
Yeah,
yes.
it's and the story is so perfect for a graphic novel. He's fallen down and got back up many times. It's inspiring, and I knew I had inside information. I had a little bit of a cheat sheet. When I met Darren, I knew he was already a nerd. He was
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Spenny, this is for you, bro. Dominic, explain and be like, tell him where we were at.
Okay.
And give him the Spenny. You will appreciate this, and you'll appreciate this man more. But this goes back to what year, Dom?
99.
1999.
Yeah. So I am with my college buddies at a strip club on 8 Mile somewhere, and we're drinking and we're talking about Final Fantasy VII, which is a video game from back in the day. Excellent game, and you have to breed chocobos. All right, so we're talking, and my roommate's making fun of us. We have naked ladies and beer, and we're talking about nerdy video games. And this dude walks by and stops, sits at our table, turns the chair around, and he goes, "Are you guys talking about breeding chocobos?" And we look at each other like, "Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, we are." And he keeps talking, and my buddy's like, "I think that's Darren McCarty." I go, "Are you Darren McCarty?" He goes, "Oh yeah, Darren. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you." He goes, "Let's get back to the fucking chocobos."
How hard was it, Spenny? I wanted to breed that zebra. Yeah. I could do everything in the game. You know it. Anyways, so
this guy, man.
So when I came to him with this idea, I already knew he was a nerd. I had a feeling he was going to say yes to this really cool opportunity.
We got a question for you here in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. The Ski Mask Boy. So obviously you're versed in the comic world.
Yeah.
So Ski Mask Boy wants to know what are some of your most prized possessions in regard to comics that you have?
Oh my God. I do have an exclusive Motor City Comic Con signed cover from Stan Lee. I think it was from 2015.
That's big time,
yeah. I'm not much of a collector, but I've been on the road at Comic Cons for the past 11 years, and I'd say that's my number one.
That's your number one?
Stan Lee, I mean, come on. He's a GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
My question, Dom, is like putting this the process together. What don't people understand? Because like you said, this is sort of like we started this or had the conversation before COVID, and obviously there's putting it all together. But how hard is it, from your point, to stick to the resilience, but getting all these great, like how many different, artists and like it's a collaborative event. So take people behind, because this is your passion project. You put the one thing that I love, right, is a lot of people come to me with different things about what it could be. Here's the pipe. Help me get to the pipe. You came to me going, hey, you have this idea to do it, and I just need your help with a few stories and stuff, and then you're on your way. So this is your passion project, McCartyComic.com, which at Christmas time right now, we're offering some great collaborative merch and some, indistinct things, artist renderings from original copies and stuff like this. But putting this project together, what's the hardest part?
Oh, God. I think it's taking the vision from my brain and putting it on the paper. And I have 4 artists that were working on this book. And once I had the script done, I wanted to offer people that have already read Darren's book, that already know the story, a reason to buy it. New stories, things that people don't know about. I wanted someone to feel like they're a fly on the wall for the script. Once we got the script done, now, each page was we were doing 2 or 3 pages a week just for the pencils. That's the first, basically the first draft of artwork. Then it comes to the inks with stuff like this. This is the original page. This is when D-Mac got a hat trick against Patrick Waugh in the playoffs.
What does Stevie say?
Stevie said it must be a sign of the apocalypse if D-Mac has a hat trick against Patrick Waugh. So then these are the inks. Then after this, we go to the colors. After the colors, now we're putting the lettering on. Now after the lettering's on, then we have to go into the editing. And each step takes a very long time to finish. And you have to have a lot of patience, which I started with not having. You can ask any ex-girlfriend of mine. But it was a very difficult process, but I had a vision and I had a goal, and thank God we're here 4 years later. So it seemed like a lifetime. But like Darren said, on McCartyComic.com we have really cool stuff. This is the iconic page. So right here, this is original artwork. This was the artist John Marroquin doing the page. So you have a one of one. You have an opportunity to buy this at McCartyComic.com.
Very cool. Yeah, so again, McCartyComic.com, access to everything. Dom Riggio here, our guest, the writer of the book, Darren McCarty, Life is a Grind, Enjoy My Truth, an animated novel. And it is. It's exciting. I'm excited to read it. I'm sure my son. And look, I will say this too.
And remember, guys, it's as it says at the bottom. It's a graphic novel. It's got mature elements in it too. So which was with the book, I didn't hold back in the stories, but with the graphic novel, it gets. There's some real truth. There's some grease in there, as we call it. We call it greasy. We're getting greasy, but it's the truth.
He goes to public school. He'll be all right.
He'll be fine. But what I'm saying is that so it's for all of us. It's the way that I know it. Like I call it, life's a grind. Enjoying my truth.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dom, we appreciate you stopping by the studio. And again, McCartyComic.com, and people have the ability, right, to obtain the original renderings. So
absolutely,
there you see it on the screen right now. Appreciate you coming by. Great work, man. I can't wait to read it.
I'll grab that whiskey on the way out. Thank you.
No, you will not.
Notice, keep working harder. You didn't get one. The hardest working guys around me got them. So maybe next year, Dom.
Maybe next year.
But keep going.
Dom, appreciate it, though, my friend. Thanks for stopping by.
You guys are talking about weed and edibles and everything in the chat, and I'm getting excited and stuff like this. Agent Orange, you might be able to find it at Dispo Romeo. Experience Dispo Romeo, a team that curates an exclusive atmosphere mixed with fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. First ever cannabis mall of its kind. Conveniently located off of Van Dyke and 32 Mile in Romeo, Neal's hometown. Join them in celebrating this Christmas season. Hang out with Santa. Dispo Romeo every Friday and Saturday. Santa will be there up until Christmas. Don't miss out. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com. Your local cannabis plug.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports as Spenny's favorite long drink live every home game for the Lions official tailgate VIP party. Shed 5 Easter market. You know it's a bash. Starts at 9:30 for the home games. Official Lions tailgates back. Do it with Woodward Sports. Be treated like a VIP. Food, beverages, entertainment. You know how to do it. BullseyeEventGroup.com or win some from Woodward Sports today. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Instagram or direct message Lions VIP.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, and D-Mac, and Big Mike Gentry and Spencer Raxter as well. We got a pretty cool Friday lined up. Getaway Friday for the holiday. Terry Foster scheduled to join us, our Black Santa insider. We will pontificate about Black Santa. Yes, we will take your text. I will be uncomfortable, and that's the way that it will go, right? That checks all the boxes, Spenny?
Yeah, it works.
No, there it is. There it is. D-Mac, you are out tomorrow.
I'm out.
On the
I will
Friday.
be back Boxing Day, which is, so all you people that know, is a holiday in Canada, but I'm going to come in for you guys.
All right. There you go. You're not just going to text holiday and not show up?
Damn.
I know that I could,
yeah,
but
right.
I'm not gonna.
Real quick, let's get the picks then. D-Mac, Ryan Poulter will not be able to join us here today, but just to give you the update, our graphics people are not in today too, so I'll just kind of freestyle this one for you. Ryan Poulter, who was 2-1 last week, he made the switch. He's just doing over-unders from now on. His record is...
Technically, he's not. His picker's doing
His picker is. Poulter is 19-22-1, so he's rallied a little bit as of late. He has the over in the Buffalo Chargers game, over 44. He has the under 44.5 in Indianapolis at Atlanta. That one seems too good to be true. He has New England at Denver, over 34.5. D-Mac, you have a system that you are working, and it seems to be working. Your record, you have made a nice comeback as well. You are 22-19-1.
It's just, lunch money.
Your lunch money. You're up a couple bucks on it.
Soup.
But D-Mac, your picks. You went back to the system, right?
I did. I got the Lions, and I'm not sure if it's minus
3.5.
3.5. San Francisco.
5.5.
5.5. The Devil's number, but I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either on that one.
And Buffalo.
Yep.
Buffalo.
Minus
something.
the 12.
Yep. I think that they're rolling right now. So, what the system is, who knows? Could be just gas, but we're gonna go with it. Worst case scenario, we're 500.
No, and you are. And remember too, there is the get right out there tonight. The Pistons plus the 1.5. My picks here for the weekend. I have a record of 26-13-3. So we came out at a non-sustainable pace when we were 18-3. We regressed a little bit, but we finished good last week. We were 2-1 on the picks. But let me see here. I have, I'm going to go college football. I'm taking Utah, laying the 6 against Northwestern. Northwestern is the most, good on them for getting in a bowl. It is incredible, given what they've gone through. But you don't want, I'm going to my system too, D-Mac. You don't want Utah problems, especially when you're Northwestern. You don't want anything that Utah has to offer. And then sadly, D-Mac, my other two picks are the same as yours. I have San Francisco minus the 5.5. There is no more certainty than San Francisco putting one on Baltimore this weekend. No more is certain. And tomorrow, spoiler alert, I'll be giving out a get right on San Francisco too, just so everybody knows. And then the Lions minus 3.5. It's time to get in, everybody. Get those North Division Championship t-shirts. Pre-order them. You can go ahead and do it. So that is what we are looking at. And D-Mac, what do you got lined up for the holidays, man?
I'm actually heading back to Jersey Saturday morning. Got the Pistons game tonight. Be down at the Wings signing in the beer garden before the game tomorrow. Headed back to Jersey for wrestling. The boys better bring these belts back. I'm sick and tired of making this drive without anything to show for it. So they're going to hear a tongue lashing on the way. Be back in time for the live stream show with the boys. against Minnesota, and then, pretty much it. See everybody back Tuesday, or see everybody on the live stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan Schaefer, Denver has to score over 30 points for the Patriots game to get 34 points over. that does seem to be the case. Ken says Pistons not winning. I want it on the record, all this slander that the Get Right's taken tonight. And then, as Drake would say, tomorrow.
It's noted.
We gonna see. We absolutely will see. Steve Lehman. When Terry comes in to talk about Black Santa, these are the things I'm angling against. Black Santa firing up his 88 Eldorado with curb feelers. Stop laughing, Mike Gentry. Stop. That's not what we're going to do tomorrow. Okay? Stop laughing, Gentry. We're not doing it, dude. You can laugh all you want. We're not doing it. Okay? So there's that. All right, everybody. Appreciate you tapping in today. Tomorrow, Black Santa Friday, the Getaway Friday. There'll be some shenanigans, I'm pretty sure. There might even be some bourbon being drank tomorrow.
That's what it's all about.
Hell yeah!
Hey, man, it's a holiday season.
Hell yeah.
D-Mac, have a great Christmas, man.
You too. Merry Christmas, boys. Thanks for all you do. Deuces.
Merry Christmas,
well,
D-Mac.
See you later.